Murphy was born in Douglas, a suburb of the city Cork, Ireland, as the eldest of four. His father was a civil servant and his mother was a French teacher. He attended an all boys private school, then enrolled at University College Cork, to study law, but failed his first year exams because he said, I had no ambitions to do it. After a failed music career, Cillian Murphy was cast in a play by Enda Walsh called Disco Pigs, or Disco Pigs, I beg your pardon. This became absolutely successful and was later picked up as a film adaptation. That's how successful it was. Now, this success led Cillian Murphy to land a role in 28 Days Later, directed by Danny Boyle. And this particular movie got him known, or got him exposed to, you know it, Christopher Nolan. He loved him. He saw something in his eyes, piercing blue eyes. And then he called Cillian to audition for Batman. Now, unfortunately, Cillian did not get that role. He got the Scarecrow role. There is a reason why 28 Days Later was such a success, because Danny Boyle nailed what it is like to be in a zombie apocalypse, I beg your pardon. He nailed it. He did not make the characters feel like they are dumb, like a lot of people feel, or a lot of viewers feel while watching a horror show or a zombie apocalypse movie. The characters seem logical. Like when Cillian Murphy got up, and he nailed this part, mind you, when he got up and he saw London is not London anymore, he was perplexed, I beg your pardon, and he showed traits of what the viewer would do if they woke up in a certain scenario such as this. So the viewer was not left feeling dumb. After that, Cillian met a few people, I beg your pardon, and he had to make a bonding with these people, and that seemed very, very real as well. First, it felt a little bit mutual survival mutual survival. That's what he felt with his character, Cillian's character, with Hannah. But then they started to trust each other. It was wonderfully nailed, the performance. Let's talk about Batman Begins and the Scarecrow. This is where I personally was introduced to Cillian Murphy. At the time, I didn't know his name, unfortunately, but I was introduced to Cillian Murphy through Scarecrow. This performance was deafening. I rewatched Batman Begins when everyone was raving about Heath Ledger, and rightfully so. Heath Ledger and the Joker. I rewatched Batman Begins and I saw a captivating performance by Cillian Murphy. He gave that psychotic feeling only Scarecrow can give. And I believe at that time he was absolutely underrated and needed to get some big break like he did recently. This is where I actually became a fan of Cillian Murphy, and I wanted him to come more in Batman Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, which he did come eventually. One of the best performances, in my opinion, of Cillian Murphy, because I am a bit attached to it, as it is my first foray into Cillian Murphy, the actor. Now, I know Oppenheimer is his cementing role, but I do believe the breakout role of Cillian Murphy is Peaky Blinders. There are a few reasons why Peaky Blinders is so good. One of them is that it stars some of the finest actors in that time: Sam Neill, Helen McRoy, Noah Taylor, Tom Hardy comes in there, and also Cillian Murphy. It was based on a real story. Peaky Blinders is a strange name for a serious crime drama. That's because it's taken from real life. The whole series is loosely based on a real criminal gang known as the Peaky Blinders. Now, this gang rose to prominence in Birmingham during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It is said that it is named after the practice of stitching razor blades into trademark flat caps. This particular show was all over reels in my country. The absolute badassery, as you say, was relevant, and everyone made edits regarding this, and it's amazing scenes, amazing storytelling, and I happened to catch it because I saw it on Reels, and I absolutely loved Cillian's performance. He rose with prominence. Before this particular show, Cillian was a little, not that imposing. And this character demanded imposingness. And what I hear, Cillian had actually fought for this particular role, and he said that he can do it. To the creators, he said he can do it. He needs a little bit of work, but he can show that he can be an imposing character. And he was absolutely successful. As when I saw the show, the gangsterness, the badassery, as they say, was so relevant through his face, and the torture he went through the post-World War I scenario, the torture he went through, it was captured like a man who had to do what is to be done. Now we all know about this role. If you don't know about this role and what success it gave Cillian Murphy, then you're probably living under a rock, or maybe even below that, because Cillian Murphy is worldwide famous now. Everyone knows how to pronounce his name, and I will not lie, me too. Before I thought it was some Cillian Murphy, but now I know it's Cillian Murphy, because this role signified what kind of an actor he was. He nailed the character, from the walk of Oppenheimer to how he talks. He actually learned some other language, I think it was Dutch if I'm not mistaken, for this particular scene of Oppenheimer, and he nailed it. Christopher Nolan shot it absolutely wonderfully well. I know some people have that certain iffiness about it, that they call it boring, but I didn't find it boring. I loved it, and I believe it deserves all the awards, and especially Cillian Murphy, he deserves his award, and so does Christopher Nolan, and so does our Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. So this was a great movie. And I don't want to sound smart, but I was interested in, well, I'm not interested anymore, but at a certain point of time, I thought of getting into all this physicistness, what you call physics. And don't worry, I'm still dumb, I didn't get into it, but it attracted me, and therefore I really liked it when they were outsmarting me and coming up with these calculations, and use that for drama and use that to continue the story. And Robert Oppenheimer was such a sort of difficult or different personality. He was very different, and the bomb that he created, he felt guilty a little later, and that was absolutely wonderfully nailed. That guilt, what I saw in that movie with Oppenheimer, was absolutely nailed, and this is where I feel Cillian sort of, swayed the people for these awards, because he captured that guilt. He captured it so well that people made so many reels about it and memes about it, because that's how I believe in this day and age. You can gauge the success if they are using your thing with their funny reels and memes. A wonderful, wonderful movie, and one that put Cillian Murphy on the map. Now, this is not all of Cillian Murphy. These are just the things I've been exposed to, and I would be embarrassingly say that I haven't seen the other work that he's done. From what I've read, he's been an absolutely amazing performer, and I will catch the rest of the movies. But he, from what I've seen, has always done brilliantly. Even when I thought his name was Cillian Murphy, he captured my imagination. He absolutely captured my imagination, and I used to think, why is he not given more prominent roles, which he is now? So, Cillian Murphy, congratulations on your Oscar win. I'm acting as if he's going to view this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and do keep watching Cillian Murphy performances like me. Thank you so much.